Go.
Grand Rising, Elizabeth. This is Sister Mama Hetheru coming to you live from the Netter Movement Studio at the Ewald Circle Village Estate here in Detroit. Co-host Jackie from Joyzy standing by on the sidelines. Thank you, Jackie, for being my co-host. And Grand Rising, Queen Evelyn and Queen Aduni. Grand Rising to both of you.
Grand Rising.
All right. Today is Wisdom Wednesday here on April 26th, 2023. So today I wanted to share a few things that I am dealing with right now. We have a cup that God has put together of Sanji and Sister Carmelita. We modeled together and she put one of our works on a mug. Nice. So we're at today. Goddess was a guest on the show. And also I have on Sandy's Detroit Girl t-shirt. Detroit Doll, Detroit Doll. And it's sparkly. So yes, we want to continue to share and enjoy products of where we are from. I'm also drinking a liberation tea from Detroit Elixir and Salve Company, Earthseed at Gmail. This is Sister Lottie's product. All right. So we're drinking liberation today, handcrafted herbal tea blend for immune boosting and nourishing restoration. Organic hibiscus, nettles, oat straw, dandelion leaf, elderberry, burdock root, calendula, cinnamon chips, ginger root, and cloves. So that is here, Detroit, her Detroit Elixir and Salve Company. So we'll get to taste this tea. I need to let it seep for a moment. So, round table, what in your cup? And I also have my water bottle. So what's in your cup, Queen, today?
I have papaya drink, and I have a liquid THC, little cap full you put in your drink.
Okay. Nice. All right. Who's that by?
We call her the Weed Whisperer.
The Weed Whisperer. All right.
Courtney, she makes up most of her stuff. She makes up. She is definitely a master in what she does.
All right. Well, thanks for our folks with products here in the city that we can share and enjoy. I can't wait to taste this tea that Lottie did. Mama Neb gifted us this. I'm going to use it several times. This tea bag is like loaded. It's full. In a natural encasing. All right. So today I wanted to go deeper into the Black Tarot. I share these cards often. The sister is on IG on Instagram. Her name is Nyasha Williams. She did this Black Tarot because she wanted to see us in spaces. And also she is a sister she's biracial, or should I say transracial. She's transracial. And then she's adopted. Okay, so just speaking about a little bit about her. One of the best ways to process, create, or work through things is by getting them down on paper. Whether it is a new book idea, shadow work, and that I need to address, or tracking experiences and thoughts throughout my spiritual journey, writing it all down is fundamental in allowing me to self-reflect, visualize ideas, and release heavy emotions. I partake in tarot and divination routinely, connecting with my ancestors and spiritual guides for clarification, wisdom, and confirmation. She was adopted at 2 weeks old and had reconnected with her biological family on her maternal side. This made her searching for her identity a pilgrimage, one in which she had often identified her passions as they've grown as an African American. She was disconnected from her ancestors and their traditions and spiritual practices because of the transatlantic slave trade and slavery in America. Being adopted, she had been disconnected from her bloodline and have had to learn family histories through secondary and tertiary sources. She discovered some of missing links to her identity through partaking in divination while recording my growth with the help of various tools. It was a wholesome experience that included building relationships, receiving guidance, and obtaining affirmation for my work on earth by known and unknown ancestors. Her hope is that the ancestral illumination aids in opening doors and pathways for you on your spiritual journey and helps with closing areas you need to release or move past. And she wishes that this journal provide comfort for your spiritual walk and encourage brave self-reflection toward your growth and evolution. And that is her book that accompanies her cards. It's a guided journal for Black Tarot. Beautiful exercises in here. So one of the things that she broke down, and I thought this was phenomenal, is called, on the first page, it's called Engaging in Ancestral Work. And she said she wrote this path, and I want you to just think about this deeply. Ancestral mathematics. In order to be born, you need 2 parents, 4 grandparents, 8 great-grandparents, 16 great-grandparents, 16 second great-grandparents, 32 third great-grandparents, 64 fourth great-grandparents, 128 fifth great-grandparents, 256 sixth great-grandparents, 512 seventh great-grandparents, 1,024 eighth great-grandparents, and 2,048 grandparents. For you to be born today from 12 previous generations, you needed a total of 4,094 ancestors over the last 400 years. Think for a moment. How many struggles, how many battles, how many difficulties, how much sadness, how much happiness, how many love stories, how many expressions of hope for the future did your ancestors have to undergo for you to exist in this present moment?
Yeah. Yes.
Whew.
Just what it took.
What it took. All of that energy and that's a whole lot of DNA. Imagine if you think about all of these people, 4,094 people, they have all that other, their friends, their parents, all those other energies that also went into, the becoming of you.
Right.
And that's mind blowing. It is absolutely mind blowing. So that's a lot to take in.
All kind of characters, all kind of
experiences.
Yeah, the good, the bad, the indifferent, all of that.
Do we even have any inkling? And so and that's why I say when we're dealing with other people, we have to have a little space for all of that. Because everybody we know has the 4,000, well, not everybody, some people have the 4,094 people that it took to get you here. So that is a lot. And we don't think about those things when we're going through life. Those are the things that are on our DNA markers. Those are the things that may come up and, be away. And you're like, wait a minute, that's out of character. It might feel like, wow, that's not usually how I decide. But because of all of this energy that has been, put forth, all of these things affect us in one way or another. And they show up. All right, let's see. Now, in this book, she also has rituals for the moon phases. So when we have new moons, waxing moons, the full moon, and waning moons. Questions to meditate on. So let's see. We're going to go ahead and go through some of these questions to meditate on when we're doing, when we're going into our month. So we're getting ready to go into May. So questions to ask yourself to begin the month. What am I stepping into this month? What should I do more of this month? What should I do less of this month? Where do I need more structure in my life? And what unhealthy habits do I need to break?
Okay, so you want to say those again?
I can. Questions to ask yourself to begin the month. What am I stepping into this month? What should I, what am I stepping into? What should I do more of? What should I do less of? And what unhealthy habits do I need to break? She even goes into the different weeks. Questions to ask yourself in week 2. Where can I find creative inspiration? Where in my life am I invited to liberate more fully? What is coming forward in my life? I had to alter that. It has a special word in there. We're going to pencil that out. What is coming forward in my life? Which venture should I focus my attention on? And what will allow me to make the best possible decision? That's week 2. Questions to ask yourself for week 3. What is something I could do right now that would bring me peace?
That's a good.
What is something I could do right now that would bring me peace? Where is love in my life? Where do I need to be kinder to myself? Where do I need to be kinder to others? That's week 3. Week 4, what should I look out for? What am I ignoring or not seeing? What am I in denial about? Where am I restricting myself? And how can I balance my emotions? Questions 4. What should I look out for? What am I ignoring or not seeing? What am I in denial about? Where am I restricting myself? And how can I balance my emotions? And once we complete week 4, there are questions to ask yourself looking back at the month. What is something wonderful about the world? What will help me restore my hope in the future? What mistakes do I need to forgive myself for? What is something for which I deserve acknowledgement? And where does my potential lie? So greetings to those who have just joined. We're looking at the Ancestral Illumination Journal from the Black Tarot card deck from Sister Nyasha Williams. She is on Instagram. I'll just go over these questions to ask yourself looking back at the month. What is something wonderful about the world? What will help me restore my hope in the future? What mistakes do I need to forgive myself for? What is something for which I deserve acknowledgement? And where does my potential lie? So that was the beginning pages of the book. So what we're going to do now, she also still has, okay, you still get your card. This is the box that it comes in, packaging this box. This is the box, it's magnetic cover. And that's the inside. And then we have our cards that are beautifully adorned. Let's see. Our illustrator is Himishka Naidu. So that's who designed the cards. This is the face plate. And then we have our deck. We're going to go ahead and shuffle. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Very beautifully decorated. And so she has in here also pages of a tarot reading example. She goes through and asks you which reading, how did you do your, which reading did you choose to do? In the book that comes with the cards, you decide on what type of reading you want to do. You may ask yourself questions, what you're seeking. She explains the suits and things of that nature. But let's go to the spread. She has the one card tarot spread, and we'll do this one for an example today. One card tarot spread. The questions come about, what do I need more or less of in my life? What spiritual lesson do I need to master right now? Where should I focus my attention currently? These are some questions you may ask yourself doing your one card spread. How can I increase or find motivation to reach my goal? What is the best way for me to bring more light and joy into the world? What needs to be done to attract good karma and luck into my life? What do I need to sacrifice to move forward? How do I restore balance in my life? And what will help me heal right now? Her other spreads are 2-card tarot spreads, the do's and don'ts. The do would be situation, blockage, aim, and ideal situation. And the don'ts in that would be don't, the challenge, the solution, the blockage, and what are you settling for? So she gives examples of how to look at these spreads that you do. There's a 3-card, 5-card, specialty tarot, which is a specialty, is the pyramid, descending order 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then there's a specialty tarot spread where you have 10 cards, and there are different questions that go with each pool. Okay, and then one with 12 with the 12 cards. So we'll focus on the 1-card spread today. All right. All righty. Plug it in. All right, so let's pull the card. All right, so since it's only the 4 of us, or 5 of us, I'll go ahead and pull a card and then we'll do these questions to see what we get. All right. All right, so first card is the 10 of Wands. We'll use this one as an example. So we have the 10 of Wands that I pulled just now, okay? It is a woman carrying grocery. She has a baby on her back. She has her straw strapped onto her head. That's how she's carrying it. She has a baby strapped on her back, and she's carrying 2 satchels, maybe 4, of fruits and vegetables. So go to the one section, and that's the 10. Okay. The traits of this card are burden and responsibility. A woman walks with a baby on her back, bags in her hands, and a pile of collected sticks on her head. She bears a heavy load and has an overwhelming number of commitments and responsibilities. The card carries humanitarian energy on an individual, community, or collective level. Although giving is an act of love our world needs, be wary of giving too much of yourself. Don't allow getting caught up in the hustle and bustle to become an excuse to hide from the things you'd rather not address or process. The 10 of Wands reminds us to avoid becoming exploited in service to others. The 10 of Wands reminds us to avoid becoming exploited in service to others. Whether the burden you are carrying is your own or others, it's essential to find a release. Ultimately, you must ensure that your cup is constantly being refilled and that what you give out to the world can be sourced from the overflow of the saucer. Your cup must always be full. You are not your achievements and successes. Time to savor life. Take time to savor life. And remember, rest is also revolutionary. Hetheru, remember, rest is revolutionary. In Yang, it says the end of economic struggle, bitterness, and liberating death. Ending exploitation and abuse, release, self-care, taking time off. In Yin, heading toward illness because of responsibility, too much on your plate, having the impression you cannot do enough, unbalanced, no peace of mind, and discrimination. The aligning is to spend time creating with people who inspire and uplift you. Okay, 10 of Wands just became an Elizabeth, okay? These cards are Elizabeth. So, my moon phases are upstairs, doggone it. All right, so when we do the tarot card example, it says to write down your deck, and I like that she leaves that open. So in case you did a reading from another deck, she's open for that. And I think that is commendable. So we would write down that we use the Black Tarot deck, and the spread title we used was the one card spread. Then she asked you what the date was, and you circle which day it is. And you also write down what moon phase. And I like that she looks at that aspect as well, because the moon does have an effect on how we meander through life. And then the question that we asked, we were just randomly pulling today. And then she asked if you got an answer in your reading. So this is the page that I'm reading from. Can't really see it, but I just wanted to let you know. I love how she does this because she takes you into a deep thought. So our deck was the Black Tarot. We did the one card spread. Today is Wednesday. I have to check the phase. We didn't ask a question. We just randomly picked and did it answer in a reading. Yes, no, or maybe. And then she asked for a sticker or drawing of the card. So she even gives you a chance to do some drawing on here. Now, she then goes on the other side and writes down, you want to write your card meaning. So this one was about burden and responsibility. The suit was the wand. The element, wands is, I forgot. I wrote them down to give myself a cheat sheet. And I don't think I'll have to look it up. Oh, man. Okay. Does anybody know what the wands are in the tarot? Oh my goodness. I'm going to have to write that down. So it's either earth, air, fire, or water. Let me think. Because we have baskets. Let's see. She's changed a couple of and we have knives. We have coins. I'll come back to that, you all. Sorry about that. My bad. And then the number was 10. And then she asked you to write down the colors or symbolism from the card. So the intuitive interpretation
hold on.
Go ahead, Mom. Thank you.
What you want to know what means?
The wand in the tarot.
Wands are fire, willpower.
Thank you, Mama. Appreciate
fire, willpower, creativity, projects, and action.
Thank you. All right. One more time. Can you repeat that one more time and jot it down?
Okay, hold on. Okay, this time I got to put on my glasses. Okay, willpower, creativity, fire, projects, and action. You got it? Or was that too fast?
That was good. I got it because you said it twice. It was already in there. So
okay.
yes. So yes, so the card meaning this one, the traits were burden and responsibility. So we can apply all of that to willpower, fire, project, and action. Thank you so much, Mama.
Mhm.
So then I'm sorry. And then you also get to the symbolism. So what happens now is she asks for the intuitive interpretation, record your inner wisdom and knowledge after reflecting on the pulled cards. So we talked about, you know, the duty of the woman with the baby on the back, the bag, the piles of sticks collected on her head and her carrying a heavy load and overwhelming commitments and responsibilities. So think about how this card and reflect on how this card, your inner knowledge, record your inner wisdom and knowledge after reflecting on the pulled card. Okay. So how do you see yourself as this 10 of Wands, woman with burden and commitments and responsibilities? Talking about how giving is an act of love our world needs, but be wary of giving too much. So how have you seen this happen in your life? Jot down or just make a note. Or even us going to the market, and when we come home to make less trips, we want to carry as many bags as we possibly can, knowing that we're overdoing it. Mama Evelyn, I know you talking, but I need to, I can't hear you. Oh, okay. You on, okay, gotcha. Bluetooth, okay. So yes, how many of us are in the same space? And then the next thing she asked us to do to write down some keywords and messages that come to mind and add to your interpretation of the reading using the tarot.
Say that again.
She added the next thing after in your interpretive interpretation from your own inner wisdom, she asked us to write down keywords and messages. Take notes of words that come to mind and add to your interpretation of the reading using the tarot cheat sheets and or the guide. Now, some of our keywords and messages were in Yang, the end of economic struggle, bittersweet and liberating death, ending exploitation and abuse, relief, self-care, taking time off. In Yin, it was heading towards illness because of responsibility. Can't do enough, unbalanced, no peace of mind, discrimination. Okay, steps after reading, take a note of what needs to happen next. What wisdom or guidance did you receive that you need to put into action? So one of the things that they said is that you can spend more time creating with people who inspire and uplift you to get you into a more creative mode and start thinking about what are the desires of your heart instead of thinking about what does husband need or what do children need? What do the grandbabies need? What do I need? What can I do to express and you know, give off some of the energy that I have that has passion behind it, the ideas, the goals that I want to achieve. And then she asked for moments of gratitude, listing 3 things you're grateful for at the present moment. Okay, so I really enjoy how this book is set up because even after you do your daily reading, you'll come to a place at the end of the month where they ask you, what were the most common suits that you picked for the month? Was it the major arcana, family court cards, minor, introspective, and action steps? So this book really does guide you to get through your month. So let's pull another card. Let's see. Give me a number. Or money or huh? 30?
13. 1 3.
Okay, gotcha. 13. Let's go. All right. So I pulled the death card. So let's go and see what that looks like. The little girl with the skeleton looks like a jump rope. We'll get a read on what this is. This is from the Major Arcana. So this is the Major Arcana card. Most people grab their chest and like, oh my goodness, there's death. But baby, death is transformation. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Of course, this page is hiding. All right. Oh, I like the last word. Okay, the traits of death are endings, transitions, and the word no. The card description says a child and a skeleton are in a garden surrounded by greenery, taking care of the plants. Death is linked to fear, the fear of change and transformation. It is time to clear, cleanse, and declutter, allowing for the cycles of demise and rebirth. The death card indicates the need to abandon habits and end attachments. It is time for rebuilding, purification through deconstruction and shedding. Death is the call to allow for new pathways. When the death card is pulled, it is time to consider the following. Do you take the time to venerate or connect with your ancestors? Do you regularly check your ego? Do you embrace change in all forms? So now let's go back at our tarot reading example. So we know that we've picked the death card. The suit is the Major Arcana. Our element, I don't know. Death has many elements. I think it addresses all four. The number, there was no number for this one. The colors, you just write down and jot down the color and the symbolism. Symbolism would be the young lady in the garden with the, now these two lines here, these are snakes. These two pieces here, it looks like a jump rope. I made joy out of it. So these are two snakes, and then the skull, the skeleton. And then also in there are the moon phases. I don't know if you all can see that the moon phases are also in this card. Now, intuitive interpretation. Record your inner wisdom and knowledge after reflecting on the pull card. So what did the death card speak to you? Your inner wisdom. So what inner wisdom can we get from the death card?
Well, what I got, Mama Het, is that the skeleton being the death, the woman in the garden, it represents life. And life always coming. Death is always there, but she's there to nurture what's coming in, what's growing, and sooner or later it goes into the skeleton, which is the exit. So where what's his name? Gates.
Yeah.
He thinks he needs to control population. I think God already put that in play. Some come, some go. Some come, some go. Period. We got plenty of land all around the world.
Something that Hetheru brought up to me, he said, the earth will expand to accommodate the people. That we don't need help with that part. We just need help in taking care of it, because the earth knows what to do and God knows what to do. And I think Gates. Bless his heart. Yes. So, then record keywords and messages. And I think that one, what you said was the perfect message. God already had that in order. The coming and going of energy and people and spirit, you know. Now, what steps can you take take note of what needs to happen next? What wisdom or guidance did you receive from, and that you can put into action from reading the death card? Do you take time to venerate or connect with your ancestors? Do you check your ego regularly? And do you embrace change in all its forms? So what are the steps after reading? And then your 3 things that you're grateful for at this present moment. 3 things you're grateful for. So I like how interactive she created, like a whole experience for when you do tarot. And I really, really like how she set these cards up. Thank you, Reverend Omani, for keeping me on task with the, sometimes in this deck, she changed once she used one. And I think in some decks, they're called the staff or the canes. I can't think of the name of it right now. Oh, but anyway, who's next? Who wants to have me pull a card for this? Let's look at it. Anybody else? Who else is here? Lolly. All right. Give me the number, Lolly. Or you just want me to pull?
7.
7.
I'm in 7. Yeah.
Let me get a good Grandma Claire shuffle going on. Nothing like
That's your grandma that used to shuffle cards real good. Is that your grandma?
Have them snapping and popping. I'm like, I want to do that. I want to do that. Some folks shuffle real. I love to watch the different readers shuffle. They all have a different technique. I love it. All right, number 7. 1, 2. All right, here we go, Lolly. We have the Hermit. Now, some of his essence, there's a shadow of plants growing. They're in the shadow. I don't know if you can see those well. But he's sitting, and we'll describe where he is. He has a little lantern there next to him. All right. That's in the major arcana again. Oh, I went right to it. Page 33. Page 53. All right. The Hermit. Traits are guidance, solitude, and maybe. Card description. A man sits alone, realigning with the 4 elements and the ether. He knows the importance of taking time to retreat, as rest is revolutionary. We all need space for healing, growth, shadow, inner work, and decluttering the mind. The Hermit can be a call for retreat, pilgrimage, or adventure to sacred land. He reminds us that we are both the guide and the seeker, and escape can be what we need to reconfigure our actions to be authentically planted in our truth. When the Hermit card is pulled, it is time to consider the following. When is the last time you unplugged? Where do you find your answers, inside or outside of yourself? Do you enjoy your own company? The flower is the bird of paradise, freedom, joy, paradise. The element is earth. The chakra is the 3rd eye. In the yang, the quest for enlightenment and knowledge, self-reflection, solitude, self-introspection, and inner guidance. In yin, withdrawal, isolation, loneliness, materialism, bottled up emotions, separation, reclusiveness, shyness or apprehension, avoidance of self-reflection, fixated, rigid, and restricted views. In aligning, do something that scares you and find your anchor. Affirmation, I take time to understand myself, becoming more conscious and self-aware. So, where are you in that, Lolly? How is that affecting?
That's, oh, so here, I'll get on camera because I'm just waiting for laundry. Oh shoot, my auto insurance is calling back. Hold on.
You want to come back? You can come back to us.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm right here. Real
Okay.
quick. So I would say for me, it's interesting because recently it's been a few things happening. A lot of people have been saying that, I need to be open to just traveling. I need to be open to taking a break from some things. I had someone say, you should take 3 days off with no phone, no computer. It's a lot of that happening recently. But I think, it really stands out to me. And honestly, all the cards stand out to me. At least the 2 I heard. I don't know if I missed any more than that. But it stands out to me because it's almost like right now I'm carrying a lot. And I keep adding stuff. I keep adding these I guess these jobs, these requirements, these burdens, I try to support people as much as possible, and I'm here, I'm there, I'm doing everything, I'm just gathering things, and it's like beautiful because I'm helping to grow something beautiful within myself and within others. But then it's just like still a lot of weight, a lot of baggage, a lot. And the death card came, and I'm like, okay, so we're coming to, like, for me, we're coming to the end of some things. Some things I'm going to be dropping. Some things I'm going to be letting go of as I'm ready to move forward to this next part. And I think that is sometimes scary for me because a lot of times it's easier for me to just ignore the fact that I need to take a break and just be like, I need something else. I need something else. I need to do something else. And I need to just calm down, and I might need to retreat. I might need to just, find my little solitude. I might need to go on an exploration, on a little journey. I might need to take a break and, explore something that I haven't yet, even within myself, but maybe even in nature with my little lantern, seeking something somewhere else and really finding some solitude in that. So yeah, the whole thing speaks to me, but that definitely is a confirmation that I do need to be ready for this next journey, which is not going to necessarily require me to carry a whole bunch of things all at once. I might just need to carry my little lantern, my little light, and keep it pushing. So
Right.
yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah.
Good. That was a good card. Thank you for the analysis. And being that you're planning on, being in different spaces and different states, you can pack light. Have a little bag, you can cart and go wherever you need to go and keep that bag light. You don't have to have like a choo-choo train of all your teams, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now let me go back to the death card because I did not read the flower. So pardon me for that. The flower for the death card is the daisy or the lily, which is rebirth. The element is water. The chakra is third eye. In yang, endings, change, transformation, transition, spiritual rebirth, new beginnings, letting go, the end of one cycle of life for the beginning of another. In yang, repeating negative patterns, personal transformation, resistance, fear of beginnings, dependency, inability to move forward, financial crisis, and dissatisfaction at work. Aligning, create a list of your fears and then burn it. Watch the sunset. That's something Reverend Omani did have us address and do some time ago, earlier this year. Affirmation is I embrace new beginnings and release all that no longer serves my good. These cards are so aligned. The Hermit and Death. They talk about some of the similar, still, was it both? Let's see. Hermit was earth and the death was water, but they both address the third eye. Okay. Awesome. Anybody else would like to pull a card? Anybody else? Anybody else? And I always like to put all the cards in the deck when I pull them. What you got? What number you want, Jackie?
Pull a card for me. Oh wow. Let me see. Somebody Lolly just did 7, right? She just said 7, right? Didn't Lolly say 7?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's I would have done 7. How about 3? Did somebody do 3?
Okay. Let me get my shuffle on. I'm gonna go third from the bottom. 1, 2, 3. All right, here we go. We have the Justice card. The artwork is so beautiful on these cards. All right. Oh, yeah. So this is a sword upside down. These are people holding up a bowl together in unison. And we have some flowers here. They look like the daylilies. Boy, we keep pulling from the major arcana. I'm loving this. All right. Justice. Traits are equity, truth, and maybe. Card description. A scale
Wait,
of
did you say mayhem? We used to equity, truth, and what else?
maybe.
Oh, maybe.
Maybe.
Love it. Okay, thanks.
A scale of justice holds water or the life. Excuse me. A scale of justice holds water or life on either side. On one of the sides, a community of individuals works to keep the scales in balance. The collective's goal is to ensure that justice prevails. The justice card is a sign of acting with integrity. Remember, every action has a reaction, so make decisions based in both comparison and logic. When this card is pulled, it is time to consider, do you take responsibility for the choices you make and the actions you take? What do you consider to be truly just? Do you call on empathy and understanding before making judgment calls? The flower is the bluebell because it's humility, justice, consistency. The element is air. The chakra is the heart. In yang, truth, law, balance, fairness, thorough evaluation, karma, reevaluation of priorities, consequences, honesty, cause and effect. And in yin, unreliability, deception, unfairness, karmic retribution, corruption, dishonesty, karmic avoidance, injustice, reparations. In the aligning, do physical labor reflect on values and morals? Do physical labor and reflect on values and morals. The affirmation is I am balanced and centered, continually working to create change. So I like how this card had the community was holding up one of the scale sides to make sure that justice was done. Yeah. So how does that, let's see, let's go back into our understand. Nope. So what were some key words and messages for you, Jackie, from this card?
Hmm. Uh, Nothing really pops out at me, but the thing that kind of I would say pops out the most would be like the word maybe, because there's well, this guy James Twyman that I listen to, and he likes to say, like, instead of arguing with somebody about what their opinion is or what they think is happening or whatever, like he just is like, I don't know, like, and he's a very, he knows a lot. I mean, he's written many books. He's worked with Wayne Dyer, but he's like, he just, instead of arguing, saying I'm right and you're wrong, whatever, he goes, I don't know, maybe. I love you. And that's all there is to say. So I love that. I like to take that on as much as possible. Like, I don't know. Like I could I don't know the answer.
I like,
Maybe you're right. But I
I like,
love you. That's the only thing that's important is that I love you.
yes. That's a really good view of an exchange. I really like that possibility. I know when making decisions, I tell myself this, that, or maybe. There's always maybe, but you can also always start over. So that kind of helps keep that balance for me. Yeah. But yeah, justice, just us, justice is something, because you'll see it happen sometimes, but not where you think it should be happening. Like, I don't see justice happening for people of color in a courtroom necessarily, so much so. Then I do rather, and really the justice that we need to be sure of is our justice. Focus on the you self. So it is now 9:05, and are you ready for the pop-up contest? So we'll get back to the cards, but we want to go ahead and just have our song ministry, some song ministry from Sister Jackie from Joycey. We have been waiting for this moment for some time now, and it is upon us. And I want to say thank you to Jackie for being willing to share that voice of hers and her gift that she's been given, and blessing our ears today. So Jackie, what will you be bringing forth to us today?
Well, thank you for letting me share my offering, and hopefully it will be a blessing. Um, so this is very impromptu, so I don't know what songs I'm going to do. If I do one, if I do four, I don't know. But one that comes to mind that I'll share is a song called "A Child Is Born," and it's written by Thad Jones, and it is so this is for the Elizabeths being born. A child is born, so I'm doing this in dedication to us queens and kings, because a man can be pregnant with possibility as well. Now, out of the night, soft as the dawn, into the light, this child, this innocent child, soft as a fawn, this child is born. One small heart, one pair of eyes, one work of art. Here in my arms, here he lies, trusting and warm. Blessed this morn, a child is born. And now, out of the night, soft as the dawn, into the light, this child is born. One small heart and one pair of eyes, one work of art. Here in my arms, here he lies, trusting and warm, blessed this morn. A child is born.
Awesome.
Wow, Jackie.
Thank you for your
Yes,
heart, Lolly.
yes, yes.
Thank
Mhm.
you.
It's a little sexy in there.
A little what?
Sexy?
A sex? Okay.
It sounds sexy. Like
I'll
a
take
jazz,
sexy.
like a jazz kitten.
Okay.
Right, okay, it's right. I'm like, let me, I had to get on camera.
Let me go put a dress on. I'll be right back.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, thank you.
Wow, that was
That's beautiful.
I like the words. The heart and a pair of eyes, soft as a fawn. That's beautiful. Okay, got another one.
Okay. Oh,
Well,
gosh. Mm.
Yeah, another one. Yes. Encore, encore.
Wow. Well, thank
Oh.
you. Let's see. How about okay. So this is called This is a jazz song, jazz standard, Too Marvelous. And this is dedicated to each and every one of you here today. And our regulars who are usually that's also part of us as well. So if you watch the recording, all the hosts of the Elizabeths and everyone who comes as well as regularly, and everyone's listening, but especially to my sisters here and my sisters who are also hosts. Just love you so much. And I think you all are too marvelous for words.
So marvelous. Hey.
You're just too marvelous.
Too marvelous.
Too marvelous for
Oh.
words like glorious, glamorous, that old standby, amorous. It's all too wonderful. I'll never find the words that say enough, tell enough. I mean, they're just not swell enough. You're much, too much, and just too very, very to ever be in Webster's dictionary. And so I'm borrowing a love song from the birds to tell you that you're marvelous, too marvelous for words. Like adorable, amorous, and glorious, and glamorous, they're insufficient when applied to you. To be euphemistical, to be eulogistical, have to come up with a million words I never thought I knew. Have to be logical and sensible, but I'm incomprehensible whenever I begin to find a phrase. They never say enough, they never tell enough. I already told you no vocabulary's swell enough. What do I do to say the things I have in mind? It's really absurd, there is no word to fit you. No matter where I look, I always seem to find delectable, delirious, magnificently mysterious. You're simply too spectacular to be in my vernacular. So you see, it's important to go to the birds. The reason must be quite apparent that you were just too utterly, utterly wonderful and marvelous marvelous for words. You're just too marvelous for words.
Watch me, the band. Watch me.
You like the band, right? Okay, man.
That was you,
Oh.
girl. Them words. I would have been all
Girl,
over the place with all them words. Uh.
Well.
so good.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Mama Hat, you are muted, Mama Hat. Sorry. Oh.
Why did I just see like a whole sitcom going on? It was a song for a sitcom.
You said a theme song for a sitcom?
Yeah, it was the opening song for a sitcom. So I saw
Okay.
Right.
a whole lot of movement and walking, in the neighborhood, at the shops, I did. It was a lot of that one was a lot of action going on. But I loved how I was like, wait a minute, she rolling the words. I was like, okay.
A
Wait a minute.
jazzy rap.
Yeah,
Wait a
yeah.
minute.
Yeah, right.
But
It reminds
multi
me of the Nanny show, the
The
sitcom The
what,
Nanny.
Ebony?
The
The nanny?
sitcom The Nanny. That's what
Ah.
popped into my head. I used to watch that when I was younger. I'm like, wow, that's cute.
I like the
wait a
nanny
minute.
too.
Multi-syllable words though.
Multiple.
Utterly conspicuous, marvelous, delicious. I was like, what the
I was like, she was running it. I was like, I need to
hell?
write all
Girl,
these words.
I could, after a while, I'm like, okay, I'm good. I'm the best. I know that. I'm good. She just kept going. I was drowning in loveliness. Oh,
Yeah.
Lord.
Yes, that was nice.
And
That
I
was
thought she was
fun.
about to go faster. I was like, oh, I got ready. I was like, oh, she can go faster.
Oh, okay.
Now, who wrote that
Really?
one? Who wrote that song?
You know, I gotta find who wrote that. It's definitely a standard, like one of those just writers who writes most like a lot of standards and stuff, like
Yeah.
Johnny Mercer or Cole Porter. Somebody in alignment with that. I'll get the exact person.
I did like that. That was very light and very air. It was a spring song. It's a spring
Yeah.
tune.
Mhm. Like that singing in the rain,
Yeah.
out there
Yeah.
outside, jumping on cars and walking and stuff, Fred Astaire.
Right.
Fun and
But
light.
Ebony,
Fun and light.
Ebony, it was a sitcom. That beat was like the sitcom.
Oh, really?
But was it the nanny?
The Nanny.
Oh, okay.
That
That's
reminded.
where I got. That's what brought me back. It brought me back to a nanny. And then when Mama had said a sitcom, I was like, oh, a black woman walking in to take care of kids. That's where it came.
Hmm.
So somebody asked who wrote it. That was actually Johnny Mercer, and I said Johnny
Oh wow,
Mercer.
you sure did.
Yeah, Johnny
Yeah.
Mercer is one of my favorite writers. I forgot that he wrote that one. He wrote a lot of good stuff. Don't ask me to recall a lot of things right now, but I know it's something called When October. Well, some things it's not as popular as other things, but let's see if there's anything popular that you might know. By the way, Lakeisha, you look beautiful.
Uh-huh.
I love your eye makeup.
For the world, honey, all the time.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Mhm.
Grand Rising, ladies.
Grand
Yeah.
Rising.
Rising.
Um,
I have a request,
okay, let's see if I know it.
but if you don't know it, you know it a cappella. Either one. Either I forgive thee, I forgive me, or command my hands. You know what I'm talking about?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
One or the other,
right,
or
well-
both.
We just gonna turn this into a concert. Go ahead.
And so that I definitely do. I really would like you to do both, but I forgive me because I wanted Rev to hear that for the conference.
Okay. let's see. Now, I know that the chorus, but there is a beginning part that goes, let me see. Okay. I'm tired of guilt that brings me pain. Da, 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 let go of the shame, the past behind me. I see anew. Yes, I'm ready for my change. Oh, yes, I am ready for my change. And the chorus is, I forgive me.
Mm.
I forgive me. Everything that I've been holding on to, I let go. I surrender. I surrender. Yes, I'm ready for my change. Oh, yes. Ready for my change.
Yeah, that's
That
beautiful.
was absolutely beautiful. Oh my God, that was beautiful.
Do it again.
I forgive
Yeah.
me. I forgive me. Everything that I've been holding on to, I let go. I surrender. I surrender. I'm ready for my change. I'm ready for my change.
Hmm. Now going to the other one.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. Before I go into the other one, I'll throw this in. This
Mm-hmm.
is about the sanctuary that we have created. We have created here
Mm-hmm.
every morning, and a place to let go and a place to just be healed.
Mm-hmm.
There is a sweet anointing in this sanctuary. There is a stillness in the atmosphere. So come and lay down the burdens you have carried, for in this sanctuary, God is here.
Mm-hmm.
There is a sweet anointing in this sanctuary. And there is a stillness in the atmosphere. Come and lay down the burdens you have carried, for in the sanctuary, God is here. God is here. God is here to break the yoke and lift the heavy burden. God is here. God is here to heal the wounded heart and bless the broken. So come and lay down the burdens you have carried, for in this sanctuary, God is here.
Mm.
Mm.
Beautiful.
Thank
Mm-hmm.
you.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Now, are these
Mm.
songs gonna be at the Elizabeth conference?
We had to pipe her in order to get that. Oh, definitely the one. I love this praise and worship song.
Yeah.
You know, the come in my hands. What must
It's
yes,
okay.
yes,
I
girl.
wanna do
And you know,
some.
if I'd be joining you if it wasn't for
For the
the
delay,
delay.
right?
Yes.
Well, you know what? With all the technology coming out, I know they're going to be coming out soon with that technology where we can sing together and play together and there's no delay, right? And the day it comes out, me and Queen are doing a duet on Zoom.
It's gonna be the Elizabeth
There
Choir.
you go.
The
You know,
choir, right? For sure. Because Mama Head, you got a voice. Reverend Amani can sing too. I mean, look, Star. Who else? Who else is
Molly
singing
and
here? That's
yeah,
like
Everybody.
hi,
everybody
hi,
in the
everybody.
house.
Lakeisha just looked like she could sing. She looked like she could just blow.
No,
Y'all know
that is
y'all be singing
truly
in the
a
shower.
myth. My mother can sing. My mother
Wow.
can sing. Her music was in the movie Detroit. I don't know if y'all saw the movie Detroit.
Wow, really?
But her
Did she write
record
it on? Wait,
was
wait,
at
stop,
the
Lakeisha.
end.
Wait, you can't just roll over that. Wait. Your mother, your mother she's in the movie, or her music isn't like.
So
Hello.
at the end of the movie, her record was there. So when I was little, I used to have to
What?
be at Motown and I couldn't stand it. I used to have to be there downstairs rehearsing. They just rehearsing all day long. I mean,
Tell us more.
hours
Tell us
for
more about your
days.
mom. What's her name? What? Hello. Just
Well,
go.
her name is Barbara, and they had made a record called "The Devil's Gotten Into My Baby," and
Wow.
same old sweet loving. And so
Mm.
when I was watching the movie, I heard it so much that when I was watching the movie, people thought I was crazy because I said, "Wait a minute, hold on, wait a minute, rewind now, rewind." Definitely was her song playing
Oh,
at the end of the Detroit movie. But
wow.
everybody think because my mother can sing, she has a beautiful voice, they
Yeah.
think I can sing. I can't sing a lick, okay?
Hold on. Lakeisha, do you sing in the choir? I mean the choir. Do you sing in the shower? Come on
Girl,
now.
no. Mm-mm. I can't stand to hear my own. Now, if the music is loud, I'll go ahead and sing.
Okay. I know she in there. She in there in the way in the back. She way in the back.
She
She
way in the
way in the
back.
back in the
But
wanting.
she in there.
He's
Okay,
in
I
the
can say I
wanting
can
room.
sing, but it's not beautiful. Okay.
Have
I would
other
not live up to
talents.
her standards at all.
All
Yeah, you
right.
have other grand talents. So that's
Yeah.
beautiful, Lakeisha. Thank you for
It's
sharing that. But your mom, I
hot.
gotta check that out. Detroit, the movie Detroit.
All
Nice.
right.
Yeah.
And I'm an honorary member of Detroit, so
Yes, you
Yeah,
are.
I'm from Jersey, but
Yeah,
everybody.
Jackie from Jersey,
So,
Detroit version.
Grand Rising, everybody. Jackie, you mentioned technology. They have apps, and I remember these apps were very popular during the pandemic.
Oh
Karaoke
yes.
apps, where people can duet and sing. And I've seen plenty of videos on Instagram where people are duetting with people inside the app from people like all over the world. One person's in Japan, the other person's in America, but they're actually duetting together at the same time. So I have no idea what they're called,
Yes,
but
I
I know if
am
you look in your
familiar with those apps, and you can't use them on Zoom. And they're if I'm not mistaken, they're actually not live. Like one person actually does a part, and then the other person can actually put their part on top. And that's how you see all those videos when people have the all the different choir, all the different one person singing one part, all the different parts, and you see the little boxes, but not on Zoom. Not on Zoom can like Queen of Duty sing right now, and then without it being the thing. So maybe if we
yeah.
did something where we recorded something, we could do that.
Well, there is
Thank you, Danielle.
there is a program because my husband and I really looked into it, and I have a
Yeah.
friend that actually uses it,
Okay.
and it synchronizes the timing. Bands use it and stuff, and but it's a lot that you have to do. Like it has to be plugged into the wall. You can't be doing it
Right. Like you
Wi-Fi,
have to use the
and
Ethernet, right? You can't
everybody
like
has to have that set up, and
yeah,
that's why we have not done it yet, but definitely looking forward to it. But then
yeah,
it has to be that everybody that has to have the right setup in the
the right
house.
setup.
you
Yeah,
know.
and in addition to that, I heard with that thing, the mileage actually makes a difference too. So like from here to Detroit may be an issue, but if it's like actually in the same state or within a certain mileage, that thing actually works better because I've heard of that as well. And
Mhm,
a friend of mine, we're gonna test it out, but we just never got around to. But like you said, you have to be plugged into the wall. You can't
mhm,
do the Wi-Fi, without plugging in your hardwired. Yep. So
mhm,
yeah, well,
mhm,
we'll keep working on that. I'll tell you, if I find out anything more, whoever else finds out something more.
mhm. Now you
Hmm.
gonna sing that other song?
Yes, let me do that for Queen of Dooney. For I will not be let
Yeah,
off this
because
call without doing that. Hmm?
yeah, I just wanted to say to everybody that this song is such a way to live, a way to live. The words, command my hands, everything just, I love it. What's
Yes.
the first line?
Use me,
Yes, use me,
use
oh
me,
Lord.
right? So that's the
Oh
whole idea, right?
God,
Just God, just use me.
just use me. I invite you all. I'm taking over her concert
No,
right.
please, please.
I invite you all to just close your eyes and in such a peaceful and loving surrender of everything that is not God. Just be present as she sings this song because it's what you want. It's what you want.
Use me, oh God, I stand for you, and here I'll abide as you show me all that I can do. I used to think God was the sun. Yes, God is the sun. And God's so much more than the earth and the sky and all of creation. God is creator, makes all things new, and God needs us to shine its light as me, as you saw. Use me, oh God, I stand for you, and here I'll abide as you show me all that I can do. And this is the part that Queen of Dooney likes. Command my hands. What must they do? Oh Lord, command my life. It's here for you. God is the sun that heals all creation. God is creator, makes all things new, and God needs us to shine its light as me. And as you saw, use me, oh God. I stand for you, and here I'll abide as you show me all that I can do. Command my hands, what must they do? Oh Lord, command my life. It's here for you. God is the love that heals all creation. God is creator, makes all things new. And God needs us to shine its light as me, as you so use me. Oh God, I stand for you, here I'll abide as you show me all that I can do. Show me all that I can do. Show me all that I can do.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wow.
Your song now. Sing your song now. Sing your
Mm-hmm.
That's a sing. Sing. Sing.
Thank you.
I got a request.
Mm.
Do you know Going Up Yonder?
I probably sing that song up in the shower, going up in,
Okay.
but I don't really know it. If anybody asks you where I'm going soon, going up in yonder, going up in yonder, going up in yonder to be with my Lord. Wait, now that song, it just was here on my mind the other day because I was watching Cedric the Entertainer. Love him. And he was talking about when you like don't go to church a long time. And then you say, I'm gonna go this Sunday. I'm gonna go. And you go and then this old folk choir today. It's like you you don't want to go when it's old folk choir day. He said, man, they be singing those, they sing them hymns, and they like, just how he's talking about they singing hymns. He said, I want to hear some going up in yonder today.
What?
I just heard that last
The
night.
old choir might say, Elijah Rock, shout, shout. And you want to hear Going Up Yonder.
Mhm.
Oh gosh, it's so
Oh
funny.
my
It just
goodness.
came up
Let's
last
see.
night.
Let me see. So thank you for that. That was the part that I loved. You saying what I wanted to hear. So thank you.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Let's
so
see.
I'm complete. I thank you. I mean, unless it's anything else you want, but just glad I could share and offer
That made us smile.
offer
Everybody.
my part, huh?
Yeah, I said that made me smile. I see everybody smiling when you were
Oh,
singing.
Yep.
good, good.
Yeah.
I mean, this is why one of the things I accepted about being co-host is the fact that I was coming here every day to this table to eat, and it was like, okay, now they're asking me to cook something. At least help cook. And I'm like, well, that's selfish if I don't even like at least help to cook the meal of the day. So just thank you for all the meals that you've all given me,
Yeah.
So
Thank
you wash the dishes as they go.
Yeah, okay, I'll do that. I gotta contribute somewhere. Y'all been giving so much. Giving so much to me. Yeah.
I'm driving, guys, but what I wanted to say was the song that you sang that was Queen Aduni's. I don't know. I believe Mama Sumara used to sing that. It sounded familiar to me. I believe she sang that. And I almost teared up.
Well, you've heard Ricky
It was
Byers.
beautiful.
This Ricky Byers song. You've heard her sing it, right? Ricky Byers Beckwith is her song. From
Okay.
Reverend
No,
Agape.
that's not Ricky's song.
Use Me. Use Me is Ricky Byers Beckwith song. Yeah.
Okay. I was thinking in my mind. I was over in
On another song.
Forgive Me.
Forgive Me. Oh, okay.
Me.
Right. That's
Yeah.
the other.
So
That's the guy that
yeah.
belongs to Timothy. Tim. What's his Tim what's his name? Tim McAfee. Tim
Yeah.
McAfee. He used to go to Agape, and he's so animated. Oh, I love Tim. Oh my God, I used to love to watch the live stream and see Tim. Lakeisha, are you
Put it on
speaking?
mute.
You're on mute, Lakeisha, if you're speaking. I think she's singing. Lakeisha, you're singing, but we can. You can take you can go off mute. We want to hear you now. Come on, girl.
You on mute and we know you singing.
We know you
Right.
said CC.
Now, y'all was thinking about old hymns, songs, and it
Yes.
was one, "Come On in the Room." Do y'all remember that?
No.
Jesus is my doctor. Write up all my
scriptures.
I was looking at. I said, "Oh, I need to add that to my thing." So I found.
Wait a minute, here we go. Come on in the room.
Yeah.
Come on in the room.
Yeah.
Jesus is my doctor, and he writes up all my scriptures. Dun, 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 dun. I know that word.
Yes,
In
yes.
the room. That's my jam.
See, we got
That's
all
my
these
jam
closet
right there.
singers. I told you. That's
That's
She
my
great.
gave
jam
us
right there.
she gave us the deep voice. I love your voice, Omani, and you had to.
Told
That's my
you.
I
I
jam.
used
told
to
you she
do
could sing.
this.
My
I get
other,
raw. It's
who
like
I really too,
raw.
I love the Mississippi Choir too.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
wait,
Mississippi Choir, that sister who sing this morning when I rose, I didn't have no doubt. That sister, she got her curls be real tight. It's been pressed hard, them curls.
yeah.
But as she sing, honey, she shake them curls out. That hair come down to her shoulders. She shake them. Oh, I love her so much. I had to go play that after this.
Okay, I got a good one. I got another good one. I gotta go to James Cleveland.
Oh yeah, that's way
Oh.
back.
Come on, come on, come on.
The storm is passing over.
All right. Now.
Oh, that one. So you gotta go deep for that one. The storm is passing over. Storm is passing over. And alto. I mean the soprano. Hallelujah.
Oh my God.
Mm-mm.
They be killing it, boy. I love that song. Got me riled up this morning.
So
Danielle,
does
hit it.
anybody know any what is it? Any Ron Canoli?
What's that? Give us something. Give us something. What you got? What you got?
Okay, so y'all know I grew up non-denominational. My grandma sung all that Southern Baptist stuff, but Ron Canoli was a band leader, non-denominational band leader. So he's got a song called Ancient of Days, which I love playing to this day. It's like all of creation. I'm trying to think.
I know that sounds familiar.
You can hum it. You can hum it. You can hum in the place of words. We'll get it.
I'm so like it's like oh na 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 bow before the ancient of days, all
yeah.
of creation, some nation bow before the ancient days. Okay, I gotta go down the aisle.
It's a praise and
Everyone in
worship
heaven
song.
and earth shall declare your glory. Every knee shall bow at your throne and
Come on,
worship. You should be exalted, oh God, and your kingdom shall, oh, now ever reign. Oh, ancient of days. Oh, it's one of my favorite songs. I swear to God, I play that song. And I have to figure out because I'm a mezzo alto. So I kind of, yeah, band choir leaders hated me because I'll jump between soprano and alto to
yeah,
bring
that's
them.
what we do. That's what we do. You
But
know.
that is one of my favorite songs, and I love it because it's like 7 minutes long. It's got solos for the flute, for the drums, and for the flute, drums, and bass. That's one of my favorite. It's called Ancient of Days by Ron Canoli. Is one of my favorite. That takes me back. That takes
Ancient of
me.
Days by Ron Canoli. And Danielle, you play flute, right?
I
know
did
we
play the
both
flute,
play
yes.
flute. Okay, because
Mhm.
I play flute too. But I remember that as well. So wow, so I have to check that out to have the flute part in there and as well.
It's a drum solo, If you when you see the video, if you watch the video on YouTube, it's such energy, and it's just like that's how Word of Faith was when we had praise and worship. It was just and so Ancient of Days, that is just one of my favorite songs.
Danielle, are you walking in the circle?
Yeah, I'm fixing coffee for my client.
Okay.
I had to get her coffee started. Yes.
Bow before the ancient of days. Every tongue in heaven
on earth
shall declare your glory. Every knee shall bow at your throne. In worship you will be exalted, O God, and your kingdom shall not pass away, O ancient of days. Blessing and honor, glory and power be unto the ancient of days.
Had to hear a song.
Every nation, all of creation
I'll be right back with questions.
Every tongue shall declare your glory. Every knee shall bow at your throne. In worship, you will be exalted, oh God. And your kingdom shall not pass away. Oh, ancient of days.
All right, all right.
All
And
right.
remember, I played in the band and I played in the orchestra at church too. So yeah, that was one of them songs.
Queen, you writing down all these talents? So we got the choir.
And Call Them Up.
Alto.
Call Them Up by Ron Canoli is a good one too. Oh, well, that's the one that Call Them Up leads into Can't Stop Praising His Name.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
girl, you
Stop praising His name. I just can't stop praising His name. That song. When I say
Yes.
when I say because I played in the orchestra, I got to see the whole sanctuary. Can't Stop Praising His Name was one of them songs that we had. One of the churches we was at, we had springs in the balcony, so the balcony was literally jumping. So it's like if we didn't have springs in there, you would almost think that bad boy was gonna collapse down. Yeah, I remember them days. I remember.
Like a good old church with no carpet and no cushions, where you can hear everybody tapping their foot on the floor. Oh my goodness, I used to love that. The tapping of the feet on the hardwood. You know, that clapping and tapping. But let me think of another. Another.
If you confess the Lord, then call him out. If you confess the Lord Jesus, then call him out. If you believe in the Father and the Holy Ghost, call him out and tell him what you want. When darkness comes your way, the Lord will brighten up your day, yes He will. Just call him out when trouble comes your way. The Lord will brighten up your day, yes He will. Even though you believe in the power and the Holy.
Oh, that's definitely fun.
Yeah.
Tell him what you want.
Yes.
Yes.
Delight
That's
yourself,
it. Yeah,
and He will give you the desire of your heart. Even though sometimes you stumble, even though sometimes you fall, call him up, and tell him what you want. Oh yeah,
You know what? Are you getting right now? I need to get
can't stop praising His name. I just can't stop praising His name. I just can't stop praising His name, Jesus. Oh, baby, I can't stop praising His name. I just can't stop praising His name. I just can't stop praising His name, Jesus. His name is Jesus. Jesus. Can't stop praising His name. Praising His name. I just can't stop. Jesus. Name above all names is Jesus. King of kings and Lord of lords. His name is Jesus. J-E-S-U-S. J-E-S-U-S. King of kings. Lord of lords. Jesus. 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 Jesus.
Whoa, that's a workout right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Where my fan? I need my touch fan. My fan at?
That whole song, that whole church, the whole church would be jumping. I remember that's taking me back in the day.
That's great. Thank you, Danielle. Thank you, Queen, for playing that. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Queen of Junie. Yes. I don't know what I jumped into, but I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
Ooh,
Just realized it was always a great debate in my house because my grandma was straight Baptist at Unity, and we were now the National Christian Word of Faith. So it was either Mahalia Jackson or Ron Canoli. It was a very interesting household.
Right.
Oh, you say Mahalia Jackson. One day, Hetheru and I we listened to some of her songs and was up in here just gone on the third floor. Oh my goodness, her voice.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But you know what always gets me too? The soundtrack to The Color Purple. Speak Lord.
Oh,
song.
yes, ma'am. When they walked to the church, they walked to the juke joint to have church. They walked.
The Broadway show does the song, has the song too, and I'm like the progressions of that song I absolutely love. I love it.
See, that's one of them. That's one of the hardwood floor toe tapping songs right there. That's the hardwood floor. Speak to me, girl. Get me started up in here. Woo! Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
This has been a wonderful, wonderful day. Wonderful day. Ooh, yes. Well, it is time for announcements. We have announcements.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll go with one personal one. The 21-year-old daughter, adult daughter, will be graduating from college.
Wow.
Yes, Friday. Now, I don't know if you all have ever been to a Black Excellence. I've never attended a Black Excellence. I knew that they had them. I know Wayne State has them, but Oakland, they showed out with their Black Excellence. They played music on bump when when the students, the graduates were walking in. And I was like, it was torturous to sit in the chair, but I think they expected us to move. But because it's called Black Excellence, we think we're supposed to sit like the non people of color. Mm-hmm. Baby, Queen, I'm gonna send you this video if you don't mind sending it through. Mm-hmm. Let me see if I even took it. I don't even think it was my video. See, that's a hot mess. Took this video. Let me see. I might just play the music. Let me see. Oh my goodness. Come on. But anyway, let's see. Where is it? These people walked in. I almost lost it. They were playing Megan Thee Stallion, just different songs that represented the school. One of the ladies, they said, the DJ, somebody asked her, "You gonna play a Megan Thee Stallion?" She was like, "Yes, I am," but they changed the words to free from college or something. She changed the words to. I was like, okay. but it was just dynamic. I mean, they playing bump. And each person that got up to speak played their favorite, had their favorite song playing. It was really nice.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see the video. I'm a little feed off. Let me see this. Oh, here's the music. Is this the music? No, that wasn't it. Thanks. Okay, I don't think I'm gonna get it because I don't remember who did it. Okay, too many pictures. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Wait, this is how they walked in. This is how they walked in. Can you hear it?
Uh-uh.
I'm gonna send it, Queen. I'm gonna send it to you real quick. I was like, this is crazy. Okay, that I'm gonna say I sent it to you right quick in your text. Are you on your phone or your computer? I just sent it to
On
you.
my computer. I can get it.
Okay. And music was loud, like club, like DJ at a club loud. So if you all go to a Black Excellence celebration, just know it's not gonna be like you used to.
Yeah, here we go.
And that's how they walked in, okay? I was like, what? But they said Black Excellence. So we sitting around, you know, we want to be excellent because it's excellent, but I'm like, this is the people of celebration. You know, so it was so funny because when ISIS, this was called the celebratory because it's not a graduation ceremony, it's the recognition of Black excellence. So this year was the first year that they had to move into this other space because the last room was too small for the class graduating this year, and I believe their class of students were the largest in the state, in the country, if I'm not mistaken. The largest graduating class of Black children, of Black folk. Let me say that, people of color, in the state. I think everybody graduated. I have to get the stats, but it was phenomenal. Get the chance to experience that. Just be ready. It's not the old, A&E style. It's not sit down and they want you clapping and live, but the DJ was phenomenal. And it's a guy that ISIS met. His name is Uncle Eli. But yeah, so hopefully you all will get to attend a Black Excellence celebration because they are phenomenal. So we also have coming one of our sister, Elizabeth, Game Face is having an event on, isn't it the 7th? Is it the 7th of May? So we want to support her in any way, if we can share, whatnot. And in May, we have the phenomenal, mystical, magical Elizabeth Conference coming up. It is full of dynamic and incredible speakers and women and brothers who have come together to share their passions and their dreams. And it's on the 12th and 13th of May. So we want to make sure that we share that information and let people know about what's happening. Also also inviting to come and talk on the show is something I think is very important, just to get the word out there of what other people are doing with their passions and dreams and goals. So yeah, I'm excited.
Yes, I am. I am too.
Birthing. There's going to be a whole birthing. So that that part. Now that's happening on which day?
Oh, the
Queen.
birthing closes it, so that's Saturday.
Yes, that's when we're wearing our white.
Mm-hmm.
And are we still going with the teal for Friday? Are we still doing our teal color? Are we still doing that, or?
I didn't know we were doing teal. Teal is so hard to find.
What color did you pick? Was it turquoise or?
No, it's teal. Yeah, but
Oh.
you know, the first day we should be wearing our t-shirts or something.
Okay. I gotta give. Where's my t-shirt? I have me and my t-shirt have not met yet. I know I have one, but I don't know where it is. If Ebony has it or you and Stock have it.
Ebony, you have it?
I know you got it for me. You got
it. Pam was putting Lakeisha's order in. I don't know if she did that the other day.
Yeah, but I think my shirt was ordered with the first group.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
Ebony has the ones that didn't come on when we did the photo shoot. She still has those t-shirts.
Okay. So Ebony would have mine.
She probably don't even know what name. I don't know.
That's good. It's good. It's good.
She had names on everybody's package, so.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I was going to tell her to bring them to her Detroit office, you know, because she lives downriver or something.
Right.
And just leave them there at her desk. And that way y'all can pick them up.
Right. I might just get mine that day. I don't know. We'll see. Well, ladies, we need to do a little movement before we get out of here. It's 10. Is it 10? Oh, we just went to the 01 mark. So let's just lift our shoulders up and down just to relieve that pressure. Just up, squeeze and release, and squeeze and release, and squeeze and release. And roll forward. Roll. 3. That's where we pack a lot of sitting sedentary things. So we want to just move that space around and up and down the back. Roll, roll, roll. Yes. So you can sing better today. And twist. Yes. If you're feeling good when you get up, move all them lower extremities. Back and forth, right and left, north and south. Okay? Love you. All right, Queen, take us on now.
Just hug ourselves with the good.
I just want to say I love each and every last one of you. I love the fact that you guys are here. You know how Facebook brings up the memories of what today is, and I'm like, oh, okay. So today is the day 2 years ago I had my miscarriage. So I'm like, okay, but I have my mothers and my sisters here, and I feel amazing. So I just wanted to let you know that I feel y'all energy and love. That's all I have to say.
Did you name the baby?
Edward Anthony Bell.
Okay, we're hugging Edward in the spirit. Anthony Bell. And thank you for what that lesson was. And he was complete.
Yes.
And he moved right on past.
And today we we had my mother's celebration, her life celebration. So I'll pray for
Ancestor Day. Ancestor Day.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Call them out, y'all. Call them out. Call them out.
Mama, Aunt Edie. Granny. Peace out, y'all.
All right, y'all. Love you. Thank you for coming today. Peace.